The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge are a modern young couple, and they represent the future of the British monarchy. On their tour of the South Seas to mark the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, the further they go, the more popular they seem to be.
This is the hottest couple in the world now. This is the Brad and Angelina royals. This is the couple everybody wants to call.
But halfway through the trip, a French magazine publishes photographs of Kate topless on holiday in France. Her most private moments suddenly made very public. But by the end of the tour, they put aside their feelings of sadness and anger and just get on with the job, flying the flag for Britain in some of the most exotic places on Earth. The first stop on William and Kate's South Seas tour will be Singapore. The former British colony has transformed itself into one of the Asian tigers, a bustling, thrusting super city. But Singapore is still a member of the Commonwealth, and the many colonial buildings reaffirm its links to the UK. But while many Singaporeans view this history as a shared heritage, what real connection is there between Singapore and Britain and the British monarchy? At a private party of both Singaporeans and expats to celebrate William and Kate's visit, there's a keen sense of anticipation.
It is good, yes, in a sense, for branding of Singapore. It's like we may be small, but at least we are in a world standing like, okay, the royal family visited us, and that's something that we should be proud of.
The wedding was fabulous, and in Singapore, weddings are equal to fertility. Yeah. The bigger your wedding is, the more successful you are.
The royal wedding was pretty big.
Yeah. So in that sense, you know.
Really proud. I think.
Are you?
Yeah, I think Catherine's going to make a wonderful queen. She just comes across as a compassionate, kind person, and I think she's doing the job very well.
So she's good for Britain. They are good for Britain.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're our future.
William and Kate arrive in Singapore to face a gruelling schedule. 4 countries spread over thousands of miles of ocean, all in 9 days. They are not only representing the Queen, but under constant scrutiny themselves. But the first event of the tour is a more poignant ceremony to see an orchid named after William's mother, Princess Diana, whose hounding by the press contributed to her shocking early death. William is not to know that the press intrusion that dogged his mother is about to start all over again for him and Kate.
The media pack are all gathered here at the Botanic Gardens for the couple's first engagement. The royal couple are here for an orchid naming ceremony. The flower was originally named after Princess Diana, but she died 2 weeks before she was due in Singapore to be there at the ceremony.
For the occasion, Kate wears a dress created by British designer Jenny Packham. Appropriately enough, it's got an orchid motif. Seeing the graceful white orchid named after William's late mother is a private moment for the royal couple, and the crowds have been kept away. They also see an orchid bred specially for them.
Everybody is waiting out here in the heat for William and Kate to come back. They came up here about 20 minutes ago. They're in the orchid naming ceremony, and they're due to come back this way. And the police are getting a little bit agitated, trying to keep us all back from the road. Who are you waiting to see?
The princess.
The princess?
They come to Singapore, they're ambassadors of the royal family and of the UK in Singapore, so it's a very special occasion.
Hello, what's your name?
Prince William.
You're Prince William, of course.
And after waiting patiently to see the Duke and Duchess, their glimpse of the young couple is all too brief.
Did you wave your flag?
Yeah.
She was on the other side.
Oh, I'm on the way up.
You didn't see her?
No, not through the tinted windows.
You look rather hot, Prince William. Did you not get to see them?
The Queen first came to Singapore in 1972, and although her tours were more formal then, she's always been keen to meet people wherever she goes.
Back in 1972, this was a brand new housing development, and the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh came here to visit some of the residents. Well, now, 40 years later, I'm here to meet one of them.
Thomas Pung was chosen to meet the Queen during that 1972 tour.
Hello.
Yes,
Mr.
Mary, I'm Thomas. You're welcome. I'm pleased to meet you.
Thank you
Welcome
very much indeed. How nice to meet you.
That's same. Thank you very much.
Hello.
This is my daughter, Genevieve.
Hello, I'm Mary.
This
nice
is
to meet
my
you.
wife, Mary.
Oh, you're Mary as well?
Yeah.
Both Mary. So these are the photos of 1972?
Correct.
I see.
This, they were on the balcony waving to the crowd, you see?
Is this outside your flat?
Correct, that's correct. Yeah.
This is you?
Yes, this is me. This is me.
Mr. Pung, were you nervous before you met the Queen?
Yes.
Because it's not every day the Queen comes
because
to your
I'm not
flat.
used to this sort of thing.
Well, of
because
course.
never happen, you see. You can never get this opportunity.
And they said to you, don't offer the Queen anything, is that right?
Yes.
But you did give her a drink?
She asked for it, so that's why we give it to her.
That's how Mr. Pung has ended up with his very own royal souvenir.
So which one is it? Is this one here?
This first one is Her Majesty, you see. 1972, 18th of February. She came back in 2006.
She came back to see you again?
Correct. That's
I
correct.
think she asked to see you, Mr. Pung. What do you think?
I hope so.
That was 2006?
Yes. Before she could drink, I told her, I says, Your Majesty, if you take the first sip from the glass, you bring back a memory 34 years ago, which came to us.
The same glass?
Correct. That's why she's smiling.
And you met her, of course, didn't you, with your dad?
Yes.
And you remember that very clearly.
Yes.
But it's interesting, isn't it? Because Singapore is so modern and the monarchy is so traditional in many ways.
Well, I would say that England is a bit of the same, you know. The monarchy exists in quite a modern society as well. And I think, the two can coexist.
And what do you think about William and Kate?
I think that many people are very interested to meet them, especially the Duchess. I think she's a role model to many young women, and lots of people are very excited about their visit.
I think they really are.
Kate, you're great!
That excitement is plain to see at the couple's first walkabout at the Gardens by the Bay in central Singapore.
You're looking as well as I am.
Locals and expats alike are eager for their first chance to get up close to royalty. But no royal tour is just about pleasing the crowds. Next comes some of the real business of the trip, a visit to open a new engine assembly plant, which Rolls Royce has just completed in Seletar.
Good morning.
Morning.
Jonathan Asherson is in charge here.
This is amazing. This is brand new,
This is brand new, yes. It was opened in February by the Prime Minister here, and now we're just starting production.
The facility has been built to supply the rapidly growing aerospace industry in the Far East. The vast majority of the 500 workers here are Singaporeans.
Why is this facility in Singapore?
Our order book is at about £60 billion, and a large proportion of that, and a growing proportion of that, is from Asia. Our customers have grown here tremendously. It's not about looking less in one place or the other or shifting, it's more about catering for the growth.
Today, you've got the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge visiting. How significant is it that it is William and Kate? What is the William and Kate brand? What do they bring to the visit?
Well, I'm one of the managers at Rolls Royce, so I'm not sure I know, actually, but boy, they certainly have the world's attention.
The guard of honour is in place, and there's a real air of expectancy. We hear they're in the building and they're being briefed.
Distinguished guests, important customers and partners, please join me in welcoming their Royal Highnesses to Seletar.
There is a tendency amongst some people to think these tours are just froth and bubble. In fact, they're far from that. The popularity of the royal family firstly engenders goodwill, but secondly draws attention yet again to our country and the business and other opportunities that are available there.
Here is cutting-edge aerospace technology developed by one of the United Kingdom's great global companies. I know that Rolls Royce sets as its standard that it should be trusted to deliver excellence. There can be no doubt that Seletar will deliver exactly that. Thank you.
3, 2, 1.
This is where the royal brand really works its magic, delivering the sort of publicity money just can't buy.
The first Rolls Royce aero engine assembled and tested in Singapore.
The huge attention the royal couple are attracting in Singapore brings real benefits. But being such celebrities has its downside too. The publication in France of photos of a topless Kate on holiday, with echoes of the press treatment of Princess Diana, is soon to disturb the careful choreography of the tour.
Stay